Good afternoon, traders. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpha Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. So in this video, you'll get 30 minutes of the most important information about the market. You also will get a few nice setups, a few nice trading occasions on the market from the technical point of view, because I'm mostly focusing on the technical analysis. Most of the setups you will see that that they work, that it is good to rely on them. Obviously, we're not giving any recommendations. I'm just telling you my view on the market. I'm trading myself, obviously, on a real account. It's not a surprise that my account is growing, which I'm gonna show you next week on a webinar about being a professional trader, on a webinar with a live trading session. So all my results, all my trades are based mostly on the analysis I'm gonna show you today, and which I'm showing you on every daily analytical report. So let me start with the calendar. You always should start with the macro calendar, even if you're a technical trader, because you need to know when the data is published, and foremost you need to know when not to trade, right? Because even the greatest technical setup can be destroyed, absolutely destroyed, with the macro data. And the thing is that, you know, you have a data being published, I don't know, at 3 o'clock, right? At 2:30, half an hour before, the situation on the chart looks decent, looks excellent from the technical point of view, and you want to trade it, right? At 3 o'clock, when the data is published, there's a huge movement on the market, and this movement and this setup is gone, is completely gone, because if you would have a trade, it would go on stop loss within seconds. But 5 minutes later, again, there is a nice trading setup on this chart. So it's better to wait, it's better to avoid trading during publication of the important data, and in order to do that, you need to know when this data is published. As you can see, yesterday we had FOMC minutes. It's funny because I read those comments from different analysts, and they say that this FOMC minutes were a bit hawkish, but now American dollar is not trading higher. Actually, other currencies are trading higher, not American dollar. Let me show you, for example. I have to change account. As you can see, dollar index is going lower. That's, by the way, a very good trading signal here, which I'm gonna talk in a second. Let me come back to the calendar. So we had those minutes, which many analysts said that they were hawkish. American dollar is not gaining strength. So it's kind of funny. Now we're having a Donald Trump speech. It's special because it's in Poland, right? It's in Poland. It's his first official speech in Europe. I'm gonna see what did he tell about. I cannot now, because we're having those that webinar. But definitely, I will love to hear what is he saying. Apart from that, today in 10 minutes we will have ADP employment change, as always on Wednesday. When there's on Friday we do have non-farm payrolls. On Wednesday we do have ADP, so the same number but done by the private company. It's like introduction to the non-farm payrolls, which you're gonna find out later, and in half an hour pack of data, and an hour and in 2 hours as well. As for Friday, well, we do have this data. I'm sorry, it's usually ADP is on Wednesday. This time we have on Thursday, because of the 4th of July, Independence Day in US. So yes, this data is usually published on Wednesday, and this week it's Thursday. And tomorrow, non-farm payrolls here. Also Trump and Mr. Putin meeting. It shouldn't be so influential, but definitely it will be interesting one. Everybody will be looking at that. And the G20 meeting in the weekend, also interesting, but I don't think it's going to be so influential that we should expect a gap, for example, on many instruments. I don't think so. So that's it. Now technical analysis. So as you can see, dollar index stopped. Well, we were saying that there's gonna be a downswing, but we are thinking more about like a double top formation. There was no double top formation. They retraced after the first contact. There's a nice wedge here, wedge or flag. And there's a horizontal support here, which is about to be broken, and the price is declining. That was our view on dollar index. I think we wrote analysis about dollar index to investing or to FX Street or to FX Empire. I don't remember which one was that, but dollar index is doing exactly what was expected by us. So small upswing. They reached important resistance here, 38.2, along with this horizontal one here. That's a wide area, let's say, and then they reversed. Euro dollar, I thought they're gonna come here. That would be absolutely amazing if the price come here, but they started the upswing without me. Then they are starting the upswing with an inverse head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, and it's in a flag. And we got a breakout of the neckline, we got a breakout of the upper line of the flag, and actually this place moved here. So here we got a decent buying opportunity. Now it's a bit too late in my opinion. Well, we should expect a movement at least here. So it's still good, but in terms of the risk to reward ratio, this trade is not very attractive for me because my stop loss should be here. So it's 50 pips. I'm sorry, and the first potential target is 64 pips, so it's 1-to-1. A bit better than 1-to-1. It's not the actual trade that I'm looking for. I'm looking for at least that the profit is at least 2 times bigger than a potential loss. That allows me to have some losses from time to time and still have a positive balance on accounts. By the way, my live trading account, which is run for less than a year, and I think 9 months, has already over 20% on profit. And it's I'm not, my every trade is spot on. I'm having losses, but the thing is that what I said before, I'm trying to look for for occasions with the best potential profit possible and the smallest potential loss. So I'm looking for good risk to reward ratios. I'm looking for trades with small stop losses but big potential profits. Right, so this one was great here, because here if you would buy, stop loss should be 30 pips and the potential target is 90, so it's almost 3-1, right? There is a buy signal right now. No, there is a positive sentiment here, but according to my system, my strategy in the price action, there is no buy signal. Buy signal was there, where we had those, where we have this orange rectangle. Australian dollar to American dollar. Here, yes, we do have a appreciation of American dollar, and it's also going the way that we were expecting 2 days ago and yesterday. Breakout of the support was used as a resistance, then the price went down and now is going down as well. Not much to add here, as the price is doing what was expected. This is gold. Gold is also doing what is expected. Gold is falling. We do have this horizontal support here, fair enough. But after breaking the neckline of this head and shoulder formation, they are struggling. So most probably, the most probable scenario here, what we should see is a downswing. We saw a downswing. We should see now a horizontal movement and a downswing again, right? I don't think there is no buy signal on gold. We had few buy signals this year, but all of them are vanished right now. Let's be serious on gold. I know that some of the traders love gold and they will defend gold as much as possible. I also do have a gold. I have a physical gold, and I would love to see the price higher, but in the same time I'm a price action trader, and I'm trying to be as objective as possible. And I'm not seeing a buying pressure here. I'm seeing more sell opportunity. American dollar to Polish zloty, still above this horizontal support. Looks from the risk to reward ratio, it looks like a decent occasion to buy as long as we stay above the support. But I don't think that there is enough of that. Demand is not strong enough to hold this position. It does not look like that. It does not look like a proper reversal yet. Maybe it will develop later, but so far it does not look like a proper support where there is a buying pressure. And a cable, British pound to American dollar, as you can see. That's interesting. Let me show you American dollar. We do have a reversal on American dollar, not on dollar index. That's a small one. But on euro dollar, maybe Trump is telling something significant. We can see a drop here. American dollar is stronger here, stronger here. On American dollar to Polish zloty, no. So maybe it's nothing. What we are having here, I was hoping for the price to get here. Maybe they will get here after this kind of candle. But with this one, I missed 24 pips, which for cable is not a lot. Anyway, sentiment here is positive. Maybe not now with this candle. It was positive an hour ago. We will see if the situation will hold like that. That candle does not look too good. After this kind of price action, I would be afraid to go long. So actually with this kind of setup, with this kind of price movements, I will hold with my opinion about this instrument. Before this candle it was all good, but now not so much. American dollar to Japanese yen. That was a good one. Almost there. Almost uptrend line and a horizontal support. 7 pips. You could miss that. I'm sorry. Maybe I draw a support in the wrong way, but still we would miss the trend line. We would miss this trend line here. That was a great place for buying. As you can see, the price took off a little bit earlier than the drawings are telling us, analytical drawings, technical drawings. Euro to British, there is, I think there is British pound to American dollar is going down, not because of the American dollar, but because of the British pound, because Euro to British pound is advancing higher. It looks like they finally defended this this support, which makes this support even stronger. So sell stop is still an option there, right? Because many of those buyers here will place their stop loss order here, and the stop loss order for long position here is a sell order. So if you have a lot of sell orders here, once they will get activated, it will just increase momentum. American dollar to Mexican peso edging higher. That was a good trade I made. Again, sold here, closed here. I will explain you that on our live trading session. Euro to Japanese yen. We were telling about this wedge yesterday, and it actually got broken. The lower line of the wedge got broken yesterday, and the price went significantly, went lower to the closest support. Now the price is back, so the wedge is no longer there. It was rather a short term signal. So it looks like that, with a decent support here. And a silver on a weekly chart, because it's very important for the long-term situation, what's going to happen here. Because after the breakout of the long-term trend line, the last support that we are seeing is a horizontal one. Here you can see bottoms from the last year, and that's actually the last support for buyers. If it's going to be broken, the price should decline further. So Australian dollar to Japanese yen, kind of head and shoulder formation, maybe not the prettiest one, but still there's a clear support here. If the support will be broken, the nearest target is uptrend line, so it's not the best trading occasion in terms of the risk to reward ratio again. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, maybe this neckline will be too much for them. Maybe this will spark start the taking profit action, especially after 8 bullish weeks in a row. That might be a decent, not long term. I know that we're seeing a weekly chart, so maybe you think about long term, but this is rather an occasion for short term taking profit action. Here is a British pound to Japanese yen. Yes, there was definitely something about a British pound. Let me check on Twitter if we're gonna have something, if we're gonna have any information there. And other sources. So it means that something important for British pound happened. So far I don't see anything. In the meantime, we got this ADP report, 158. Expected number was 185. Don't see anything significant for British pound. No, just ADP. Okay, maybe it will emerge later. American dollar to Canadian dollar. That's no longer a strong support. But still, I don't think that this downswing should continue. I'm afraid that there will be a strong reversal here, so I'm not on this position. I had a short position here as well, also on profit. Now it does not look good. You know, even if you have a strong view that the price should decline or go down, it does not mean that you have to trade it, right? Trade should be very technical, so you should think about parameters of this trade. How much can you win? How much can you lose? Where should you place stop loss, take profit, etc. Not only the fact that you're having a view on the market obligates you to open a position, right? You can have a view, but the market conditions can be bad for entering. Stop loss would be too far, profit. Potential profit, first important resistance would be too close, and those factors will should definitely stop you from trading. And now 3 instruments that we are talking about on the Trading Sniper video. First one is oil, WTI. So we're discussing this instrument for a long time. On every daily analytical report, we're having a chat about oil. And you remember that I was looking for potential resistances for this upswing that we're seeing, that we saw recently, 9 bullish days in a row. And they stopped on the first one. They didn't wait for the second one or the third one. Well, the odds that the price will stop on the first one were the greatest, right? No doubts about that. But in the same time, it would be nice to see the same correction here and drop on a trend line. That would be very interesting. There's a one in the middle as well. Looks kind of important here. Here. But they stopped on the first one. And after such a drop, because yesterday the price of the oil fell almost $2, and as you can see on a daily chart, recent drop like that, and the drop continued. Drop like that, drop continued. A drop like that, drop continued. Drop like that, drop continued. This one, it also continued, but for one day. As you can see, the close was there, the lowest price is there, so over $1. So we can assume that after a drop like that, this one should continue as well. We will see. In my opinion, most definitely, there are very high chances that this movement will continue. So yeah, pretty much that's my view on oil. S&P 500, that's interesting one because we're approaching long-term support. As you can see here, the support which was created in December 2016, uptrend line, and we are approaching three important supports. Maybe not in the same place, because one is a trend line, second one is horizontal midterm support here labeled with this green area, and the third one is this one here, this gray support. I'm sorry. So it's kind of a wide area here where the price can potentially bounce. I'm usually, well, I'm negative on stocks. That's why I'm not trading that, because my guts are telling me that the stocks should decline, indexes should decline. At the same time, I have a great respect to the technical analysis, which is telling me that the price should go up. That is why, not to confuse signals, I'm not trading on stocks. But at the same time, I'm honest with technical analysis with myself, and I can see that when the price is approaching pack of supports, that's a potentially good occasion to buy. But obviously you have to wait for a bullish price action. DAX. The DAX is in a bit worse condition than S&P 500, than American colleague. Why is that? Because they broke the trend line, for example. They broke the trend line and they created a small reversal, and then they went down again. There is the last support for them here, marked with yellow color. So far, maybe not so good, because there is no bullish reaction here, but at least the price didn't fall sharply. And now we're having two scenarios, depending from today's candle. So we don't have a trading signal yet, but maybe it will be created after the day will close for today. First one, when the price will close below the yellow area, that will be a sell signal. On the other hand, if the price will retrace and create a hammer here, so a candlestick with a long tail and a small body on top, that can be a positive sign and create a bullish signal here. So I patiently wait for price action on DAX. I don't want to get to enter the market too early. I'm always trying to get as to be the last, maybe not as late as possible, right? Not to be so late that the train is gone and you're gonna have a huge stop loss. But as soon as I will get confirmation, I'm entering the market. Here I don't have a confirmation. I don't see if there is a demand here. So far, no, because the price is advancing lower and is relatively low, and we do not see a reversal here. So for me, there is no demand here. So why should I enter with a long position? No reason. First, I would like to see the demand, and then I can think about entering with a long position. Simple as that. So far, no demand, no buying. Okay, guys, thanks very much for watching Daily Analytical Report. We're gonna have a half an hour break, and after that we'll have a webinar about technical trading. So my favorite part of being a trader. So a technical analysis. Most of my trades, if not all, are based on the technical analysis. So I hope you will join this webinar, and I hope you will enjoy. For more trading occasions, you should visit our Twitter account and our website talpari.news. Thanks very much and goodbye.